I've got a couple days that I don't have as much to do on the farm. I'm gonna get to finishing this doghouse because it needs to be done just so I don't have to think about it anymore. I've already started working on the trim work. Mama D, my painter friend, is painting a lot of stuff, and I need to get a lot of that done today. So stick around and we will hopefully get the doghouse almost finished up. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on cutting out the trim for the inside of the building. I'm going to measure how wide my boards need to be here, put 1x on the inside of this, and then I would be able to do my trim on the outside. So I got to do some measuring and get all that cut. Mama D's in the shop right now priming some exterior trim, and she'll do the interior as well. So hopefully we can get this started. So Mom is working on painting the exterior trim right now. She did all the corners. Now she's working on the window trim. Right now she's putting primer on. We're gonna prime both sides and then paint the nice side of the board. I've got 2 of the dog door surrounds here done. Because some water gets through the gap in this door, there's a tiny little gap around the edges. Some water gets through, and I had not done sloping sill plates toward the outside. Even then, there may have been some water that gets past. So I water sealed this to make a little ledge so that can fill with water and the water does not run into the building here. And then after, hard rainstorms, I can always just take a towel and dry this out. I'm gonna go ahead and start finishing those dog door surrounds, and then I will start cutting out all my trim. So I have those dog door surrounds finished up now. I have not caulked the nail heads yet, but that's fine. I've cut out all the baseboard, and Mama D is painting that right now. And then I am going to go ahead and put the trim around the windows and on the corners. No! That was really stupid. I maybe shot the corner apart. Wow, this is working out much better than I anticipated.
Did the boards shattered?
Yes, I was trying to nail in the corner and it just blew out the side, and then this one blew out the other side.
Well, that wasn't so bad. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to put it on the back side here and look at it.
This is going to be inside a pin, so.
He doesn't want you to see his mistake, but he didn't do too bad. Hiding it. Not really hiding it, but covering it up. Little caulk, little paint. It'll be fine.
I and Mama D, we've got the trim done on the outside of the building. At some point after the caulk dries in a few spots, she's gonna come and just paint it once more now that it's on the building. It completely changed the look of the building, looks a whole lot better. On the inside, I'm going to put the baseboard in. This evening, I'm probably going to make a bunch of metal brackets that are going to hold my kennels, because I want to kind of make them semi-permanent. So I'm gonna make special brackets to screw to the floor and then slide the kennels over top and run a pin through. So it doesn't look like it's just floating around in there. It's actually part of the building. Hello? That's my cue. Supper's ready. After supper, I'm gonna go ahead and make those steel brackets. And then hopefully tomorrow morning I can run to another Menards, and I might even be able to pick up enough gates to finish the pins. With this whole pandemic thing, it's just made it really hard with shipping and all that. And right now the Menards are all out of the style of pin that I want. Just kind of annoying because I've already committed myself to buying those by buying what I had outside, and that's the type that I need inside. So hopefully I can get something. Well, I've got all my pieces of metal and pipes cut out, so now I'm going to go over here, and I've got 6 T's that I need to make, so I'm going to go ahead and weld those together, and then weld 3 pipes onto each T, and then I will hopefully have those ready to paint, get them all painted up, and be ready to put the gates together once I get those welded properly. I made my floor brackets that screw to the floor, and I can stick the gates over top of them. And I also got some trim done inside the building and the trim boards that these attach to. And then these gates came as 5 feet wide. This one's 42 inches wide. I just had to do it because of the way the building is, and I wanted to get more pins in per building, not quite as big. So this one's cut down, and I've just got to set it back on and then screw down the floor mount. So I put this over top of the floor mounts. I made some original mounts to go on the top, but I realized I'm going to have to alter my design. So for right now, I'm just going to have these tying the top together. It should be just like that, but I'm going to have to change my design a little bit and drill holes in so I can fold it together and it's nice and sturdy. These were also too long and sharp, but for right now I'm just going to put them in there and leave them like that. I picked these out because they've got a really nice latch on them that's easy to use. Open the door wide this way and it also will swing in. And it should work out very nicely. And it closes just like that. You can give it a little wiggle, but they wear in better yet, so. You can see there I got the window trim up, the runner to put that other kennel panel against. Got that window trim. I've just got some more trim to put up yet, and then I'm getting there slowly. I gotta go unload another gate panel that's still 5 feet wide out of my truck, and then one of those panels. I'm not gonna cut those down yet tonight because I don't need them right now, but Bailey's trying out the new kennel. She thinks it's nice and big. She's probably gonna get the one that's a couple inches smaller though. Right, Bailey? You don't need something very big, do you? All right, you can go play. Whoop. I borrowed this contraption from a neighbor that he built, and it's got a little disc here to slice the ground, and then it's got a knife in the ground, and this tube, the wire runs through and it leaves the wire behind. So it works good, except for it balls up with grass a little bit that you gotta clean out. So we're putting in the dog fence right now, and then we'll come back and roll over it. Well, we've already got about 600 feet in. It goes a little bit quicker than the lawn edger. We've still got to use that in some spots, but for the long stretches, this works. So as you saw in those last clips there, Ben and I were putting in a dog fence. So the dog fence goes all the way from the shop over there along the fence around. It goes about 40 feet from the house, and then it goes over by our rental house and then through the silver shed and back to here. So the dogs have quite a bit of room, about 2.5 acres worth, and it's really nice for them to run around and enjoy themselves. So that is something that I feel like my dogs always need to do, is be outside running around. It allows them to exercise, it keeps them active. The doghouse is starting to near its final form. As you can tell, the outside is almost done. Now all I've got to do is I'm going to add a gutter, and I'm also going to finish the dog runs out back. Then I'm probably going to add a vinyl fence, a white vinyl fence, just to act as a windbreak. All the trim is done. We got a little bit of painting left to do. I've got 2 of the 4 pins in. The stuff is all set up for the other 2 pins. I've just got to get the last pin and then cut them down like I did on the rest. I also need to remake these brackets still. So because the doghouse is nearing its final form, I have decided now that this is going to be the last video designated to the doghouse. If there's anything else done with this building, I will just throw it in one of the farm vlogs for you guys to see at the end or something. Bailey, Caesar, come here, come here. Come here, Bailey. Hey, sit. Sit, Caesar. Good dogs. Oh, hi, Caesar. They're really enjoying their wide open space to play in, as you can tell, and it's cooled off. It was about 90 degrees today, so they're having fun right now. That is the end of the doghouse video, the last doghouse video in that matter. So, with that being said, guys, that is all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bailey and Caesar really enjoy fighting. It's just a play fight though.